Winnie the Pooh didn't know what to do with a honey jar stuck on his head. Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Pooh's Corner. We're about to get photobombed. All right, there you go, Lucy. You checking everybody out? Do you know everybody? Have you met them? You have? Are you going to be ready for this story? Oh, you're using hindsight. Ha ha ha, I get it. Okay, well, once again, welcome. Lucy, I'm sure they would rather see your better half. Oof, there you go. All right. It's season of Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys have already enjoyed Peppa Pig's story about Peppa Gives Thanks. And right now we're getting ready to read the story of Pete the Cat, the first Thanksgiving. And we have a whole bunch of people today going to help us out in reading our story. We've got Piglet, we've got Bob, we've got Pooh Bear, we've got Tigger, and we've got the OG, who once again has been in my hats. That's a brand new hat. I just got it in the mail like 2 days ago. All right, I give up. Yes, you may wear my hat since you already have it on your head. Pete, can you tell us a little bit about the story? Oh, wow. Okay, I'll tell him. He says that he was going to be a pilgrim in their Thanksgiving play, the first Thanksgiving, and he was really, really nervous because he was afraid he's going to mess up his lines. But he and Callie Cat practiced really, really hard, and it turned out great. Because Pete says if you believe in yourself and you practice hard, things turn out okay. Did I say it right? Cool. All right. Where would you like to be, Pete? Let me get your tail set up here, brother. Is that good? All right. So here we go. Pete the Cat, the first Thanksgiving. Pete was nervous about being a pilgrim in his class's Thanksgiving play. The first Thanksgiving. Just do your best, his friend Callie Cat said. Happy Thanksgiving! Pete said he would try. He was ready. His mom even made him a pilgrim hat, which was cool. All right, and this is another Pete the Cat flip-up book. So when we flip that up, oh, there's the hat his mom made. Woohoo! I think I might need to put on my seasoned citizen glasses. No wonder it didn't focus. Pete took his place at the front of the giant ship that his class had made out of cardboard. Pete was a pilgrim on the Mayflower. All right, so there's Pete, and he's on the Mayflower. See him? Way cool, Pete. In 1620, a group of pilgrims decided to leave England for the New World to build a new life. It was a long, long trip on a big, big ship. All the pilgrims sang. And you know, to be truthful, the original ship was only about maybe half a football field long, if it was that long. It was kind of little. And up here it says, the sea was rough and very dangerous, and many of the pilgrims got very, very sick. Ew, TMI! The dream of a new start in a new world made the hard trip all worth it. For more than 2 months, the pilgrims sailed. So you see here on the calendar, they set sail. All right. And it says they wondered if they would ever get there. After 65 days on the ship, the New World finally came into view. Whoa! And this says, "Land ho!" Pete cried, and all the pilgrims did a happy dance. I would love to see me some pilgrim happy dance, wouldn't you guys? Land ho! The Pilgrims arrived in the New World at Plymouth Rock, in what is now Massachusetts. Everyone had chores to do, like growing food and finding water. Growing food and finding water. And the flap says, and they built shelter. The first winter in the New World was long and very hard. See right there? Because they didn't know what to expect. And then down here it says, in the spring, the Pilgrims had to decide whether to give up and go back to England or keep trying. What do you think they did? You're right. They kept on trying. The Pilgrims had heard about the Native Americans, and many worried that they would not be friendly. Pete had never met a cat he didn't like, so he thought they would be kind. There you go. I bet you some of you know what that Native American's name is going to be too, I'll bet you. Pete was right. He made a new friend in Squanto. Squanto and the other Native Americans showed the Pilgrim how to grow crops like corn, beans, and squash. So there's Pete the Pilgrim. And it says, by summer, the Pilgrims had learned how to farm the new land. Oh, you came back for the story? Lucy's back in here. And on this side, look at that, they grew some squash. Way cool, Lucy. By fall harvest, the Pilgrims had plenty of food. To thank Squanto and the other Native Americans, the Pilgrims invited them to share the harvest. Pete was relieved when the play was over. He had remembered all his lines. Well, I never thought about how hard it was back then. So over here on the left, the celebration became known as Thanksgiving. And did you guys know the original Thanksgiving was thought to have been 3 days long? Can you say burp? Okay, and over here on this side, you did great, Cali Cat said. Look at him bowing. Thank you. You're a good crowd. Later at Thanksgiving dinner with his family, Pete said, let's all go around the table and say something we are thankful for. So there they are. I got to get my cat, BBK, Bobo Kitty. He's got to tell me what he's thankful for. So Mommy said, I'm thankful for my family. And Bob said, I'm thankful for my skateboard. And Pete the cat said, I'm thankful for the brave Pilgrims that started this new free world. Way to go, Bob. And while you guys are in your group or in your circle listening to the story, why don't you do like Bob said and everybody take a turn and go around the group and say what you're thankful for. Me, I'm always thankful for my family and I'm thankful for my health. What are you guys thankful for? Well, thanks for listening to our story. And thank you to everybody who was here today to hear the story. And remember, you always have a choice. So be the nice kid. And as always, remember, read, because why? You're exactly correct. Readers are leaders. Okay, you guys, have a good rest of your day. Bye. And now I gotta turn it off. There you go, Pete. You got it under control. You're a good kitty.